Hi, so this is a requested video. This is 106 on compound interest. Now the way compound interest works is you take your original amount, so you get the original amount, you multiply it by your percentage multiplier, and we'll explain that in a minute, multiplier, and then you put it to the power of the number of years or the time periods. This is years up here, but that's just the time period. So my first question says the future value and compound interest if £6,000, so we'll start with 6,000, is invested for 3 years at 48% PA, so that just means per annum, so that means every year, so you get the 48% more. Now if you get an interest of 48%, you start with the 100% amount, you add on your 48%, and that's 148% at the end of every year from the stuff that you had before. Now to work out 148, you times by 1.48. So the calculation for this one is going to be 6,000 times by 1.48. This is the percentage multiplier, and you put it up to the power of 3. So then you grab your calculator. So here's a calculator, I had one ready. I've got £6,000 times 1.48, and the power button is the X with a box on for me. That just depends on your calculator. The power of 3, and that equals this number, equals 451 pounds, because it says the nearest pound, so that'll round up to 51. Okay, so hopefully that's the correct answer for the first one. Let's see the second one. The future value if £17,500 pounds is invested for 7 years at 9.5% per annum, so every year. So we start with 100%, we add on 9.5%, that gets us 109.5%, and to work that out you multiply by 1.095. So the calculation now is 17,500 times by 1.095, and we're putting it up to the power of 7. Okay, so calculator, 17,500 times 1.095 to the power of 7 equals, and that's equal to 33,032 pounds to the nearest pound, and there's a bit left over. Next one, so last one on this page, so that's the answer there, there's the answer there, just highlight them so I can get them in the calculator. The next one is £12,800 is invested for 8 years at 9.6% per annum. So that's 100%, so we're investing, so it's adding in the 9.6% equals 109.6%. So I'm going to multiply by 1.096. So I've got, the calculation is 12,800 times 1.096 to the power of 8. Okay, calculator, 12,800 multiplied by 1.096 to the power of 8, and that turns out to be £26,650. So it says 649, but that 8 knocks the 9, which knocks the 4 to a 50. And that's the answer for that one. So let's put those answers in and see if we're right, because there's only 3 questions here. Oh, there was more questions on that first one actually. So I've got 19451. Oops. 19451. I have 33, oops, that was not 33. 36032. That was a nice number. And the last one I've got 26650. 26650. Now I missed a question out. For this one it said how much interest did I make? Well, I started with 6,000 and I've ended up with 19,451, so I just take that off. That's going to give me 13,451 is the interest I've made. So 13,451, which is suspiciously much because it's more than double the money, but 48% is a big number. So let's see what happens. So I'll press market, let's see if I've completely messed up or not. Oh no, it seems I've got all those right. So that's good. Right, second page, let's have a look what's going on here. So we've got our second page now. A bunch of questions. See if I've got the camera on the right page. There it is there. So I can start now. Find the interest rate if, so the interest rate, so I want the percentage, don't I? So this is a bit hard. We've got 8,000, so if I just set up the calculation, I've got £8,600 has a future value of, so I'm multiplying by some percentage which I don't know, and that's the power of 2, and that's going to give me a final answer of 9994. Okay, so I'm actually just setting up an equation and trying to solve the equation. So this thing is going to be, remember this is a percentage multiplier, not the actual percent. So if I undo this multiplying by it, so I'm going to divide this by 8,600, oops, 8,600. So I get the calculator. So I've got, knock that out of the way. It's a bit messy at the moment. 9994 divided by 8,600 equals some weird answer. So I've got some weird answer there, 1.16 something. So that's equal to 1.16 blah blah blah. We'll just leave that in the calculator. So that's the percentage multiplier squared. Now I can get rid of this squared by square root on that side. So the percentage equals the square root of that answer that I've just had. So I'm going to do the square root. Where's the square root? Square root of the answer equals. So that's equal to, so the percentage multiplier is 1.078, and then I've got 0, 0, and that just runs off forever. Now remember the multiplier, or sorry, the percentage that's gone up by, so this is representing 107.8%, okay, which is a percentage increase of 7.8% per annum. So a bit tough that question, but there we go. Right, the next one, we've got Ellie wants to double her savings of 17,000, investing her money for 19 years. So this is quite tough. Let's have a look. So we've got 7,000, 1, 2, 3. We're going to multiply it by some percentage multiplier which we don't know. We're going to put it to the power of 19, which is quite horrid. Well, we can work with that one. And then we've got equals, and then we've got some number on the other side, which is, she wants to double her money, so we've got 1,400 on this side, 14,000, sorry. Double her savings, 7,000 by investing her money for 19 years. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to do this bit by dividing this one by it, so the percentage to the power of 19 is equal to, well, 14,000 divided by 7,000 is 2, it was twice as much, wasn't it? Now to undo the power of 19, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put the percentage to the power to the power of 1 over 19. So 1 over 19 is the undoing of the power of 19. So I've got 2 to the power, I'm going to put a fraction in, 1 over 19. Oops, that's 41. Why did I put 41 in? That's weird. 2 to the power of 1 over 19, and that's equal to 1.037, and then goes off forever. So that was, the next one was a 1. So I'm happy with just doing that. So that's equal to 103.7%. So that's an increase, a percentage rate of 3.7%. Alright, that was quite tough to understand what was going on, the maths behind this, but this is level 8 work, so level 8, level 9 work, wherever we're at for the levels there. So there we go. So I'll just put those two answers in to see where I'm at, so I don't forget them. So I've got the first answer I had was 7.8%, and the second answer I had was 3.7%, nearest percent, 1 decimal place. Okay, last question I've got is 4 years ago Jez invested £30,000, so £30,000, 1, 2, 3, at a compound interest rate of 8%, so 8%, and that was 4 years ago. Okay, so if we do this calculation, that's 30,000 times 1.08 to the power of 4. So let's see what he's got. We've got 30, 1, 2, 3 times 1.08 to the power of 4, and that apparently is this number. So we've got 40,814.6688. Okay, just check something, so I don't want to mess that up. Calendar, and my next meeting is at 3, so I've got a bit of time yet. Okay, so that's alright. So that one was, that's Jez. We've got Kat invested 30,000, so Kat's got 30, 1, 2, 3. 8 years ago, so 8 years, and she's on half the percentage, so she's on 4%. Let's have a look. So now we've got 30, 1, 2, 3 times 1.04, 4% increase, 104%, 1.04 to the power of 8. So let's have a look at this one. So go back here. I'm going to change that to a 1.04, and I'm going to change that to the power of 8. So Kat's got £41,057 and then 07151. Okay. Whose investment is worth more now and by how much to the nearest pound? So we've got whose investment is worth more, so that was Kat, and Kat's worth more, so I'm going to take Kat's box. And by how much, I'm going to take that one away from that one. So I've got that number, I'm going to take away the 4814.6688. You'll notice I'm not rounding yet because I'm only going to round right at the very end. So the difference is this number, which turns out to be £242 to the nearest pounds. So I'll put 242 there, 242, and press market, cross my fingers, and I've got everything okay. So that was alright. Okay, I usually do make a mistake somewhere along the line, so I'm quite impressed with myself for that one. That's it for the compound interest question. Have a go, see what you can do. Close. Oh no, stop. Wait.